Do you need to connect with someone and persuade them of some point of view in your job, particularly your systems engineering work, where as systems engineers, a lot of what we do is persuade and influence? Then this tip will help you be a lot more effective. And that's to consider using some Neurolinguistic Programming, or NLP, techniques to build rapport before you bring in your argument, before you try and persuade, before you lay out what you need to lay out. Now, again, if we're looking for a connection, we want to persuade, the NLP techniques, and give a brief summary here. I like to use mirroring, matching, and pacing. And the other technique will be to match the modality of the person you're speaking with, either auditory, visual, or kinesthetic, or feeling. Now, mirroring and matching, that goes back to something that's just in our brainstem, deep in our brains, where if we see something that matches what we're doing, then we associate that with being part of the tribe, being friendly, not being an enemy, for instance. And that simply means that if the other person across the table starts doing this, or maybe they're playing with their hair a little bit, then very subtly we mirror them. If we're across, then we can mirror. Maybe if we're next to them, we might match, which just means we repeat the gesture and just very subtly also maybe touch our face, or maybe with just a quick brush of the hair if that's what they're doing. And then go back, and if they lean back, maybe we'll, not right away, we don't want it to be too obvious, but then we'll just sort of slowly do this and recline. And with a little practice, it's going to come off very subtly. Now, this is not being something we're not, but it's just using different techniques to build this rapport, this connection, to where it's going to help us be much more effective at connecting and then persuading. Finally, matching modalities. That has to do if someone's an auditory, visual, or a kinesthetic or feeling type person. Myself, I'm a visual learner, so I'll use terms like, hey, this project plan looks like it'll work. I can see that it'll all come together. Again, things like look, see, appears. If you can listen to those words in the person you're trying to connect with, and then match that vocabulary in your response, then you'll have matched that modality. Again, if someone is an auditory learner, maybe they'll say, gosh, I can't hear that, I can't hear victory bells with this project plan, or gosh, that just doesn't sound right. That design, it doesn't ring true to me. Then I'll know they're auditory, and then I might respond with, well, you know what, we've run this by the team, and everyone seems to hear the same thing, and it sounds good to the team, and they can really, the tone of the room seemed very positive. So you're just using those types of words, again, subtly, that can help match. And it's just a subtle shift in how we respond, how we describe things. So if you could use these techniques, you'll build rapport, and then the rapport, that's the gateway to really connecting deeply and being able to persuade. Again, consult the research on this. There's a lot written about NLP, but try it and see how it works. If this resonates with you, if you like this idea, let me know. Message me.